Dear Honorables of Tukuriada, how goes it? How is your universe? Is it spinning in the right axis? Yes, my friend. Hopefully you are dancing to life. You are celebrating every moment because that's all you have. Just remember that. You have these moments to celebrate every day, every sunset, every sunrise. Just sing your kumbaya. If you may do that, you'll be very happy indeed. Moments of gratitude, attitude of gratitude. Let's just roll with that because Tukuriada Donas, we are a family of celebration because athletics is keeping us alive. We are viewing it, we are sharing it. Every comment we make goes round to enforce a point or two. And I don't mind that. I don't mind being the conduit, being the spokesperson for athletics, the men and women and all the genders, non-binary and all the above, as long as they are doing what they are physically able to do. And by the way, they're in Tokyo soon. And before we get to Tokyo, a Norwegian just spoke. The blockbuster of 5,000 meters, the man, the defending champion from Norway, Oslo, he's been injured. Since Paris, he went to indoor, tried to run those European indoor championship. I think he overdid it. He took a toll on his Achilles. He's been nursing an Achilles injury. And days are counting down to Tokyo, and I think he's concerned and he has to assure his fans that he's gonna be all right. I'm talking of Jakob Ingebrigtsen, by the way. This is not just a character we don't know. You guys know him. You've heard about him, seen him compete. He speaks well. He's had a tough season. I'll give him a break for that. Injuries, family issues. Let's not go there, but let's stick to athletics. This man is taking a risk. I think he's decided to take a risk. He's going to leap or jump right into the World Championship from day one. And as a champion, as a winner, you never count him out. Never write Jakob Ingebrigtsen out. You can write his obituary before the World Championship to your own peril. You'll be disappointed, my friend. Remember, this guy missed out on the medal in the 1500 last time in the World Championship. What did he get? He got beat to the goal by George Kerr, the Brit. So he decided, well, let me go through the rounds of 5K. Did you know what he did? He destroyed the field, made them look ordinary. He made the 5K runners look really bad. And so, what do I think he's saying here? He's saying the right things. Remember, when you've been injured, you can speak. You can assure your fans. You can assure your federation. You can even assure your countrymen and women that you'll be all right. I'll carry the flag of Norway. I'll race. I'll make sure I respect the Norwegian flag. And Bristol is speaking very well. And this is 5 days before the World Championship. He's talking about racing against the clock, which is true. One thing about injuries, you don't know that the effects or the damage of that injury until you are pushed. You might come back too soon and you might aggravate it. So we don't know. But he is saying that he's racing against the clock to make the World Championship. He's already been enlisted in the team of Norway. And he continues to say, if I'm on the starting lineup, I know that I'm a gold candidate. Listen, you might think that's arrogance. He's shooting for the moon. That could be true. We haven't seen him since indoor season in Europe. He did that. He ran the mile world record, 3:45, after Neguse tried a 3:46 on him. So we know Jakob can compete, but we haven't seen much of him this year. And there are rising stars on the horizon. That's a fact. So he's not just going to be lining up there against nobodies. Let's not start mentioning the competition here. But I like his language. I think when you are speaking from a point of view of, well, I really don't know, but let me say something. He continues that he's saying that he's definitely improving quite a lot. But the thing about improvement is that you can improve in your training. You can do what we call ACU training, running in the pool, testing your body, doing the right thing with your physios. Is that a kind of a controlled environment? It's like doing a lab test for scientists. So you're kind of in a controlled environment The issue is not that. The issue is that it might be okay in that environment. We are talking about Tokyo. We're talking about World Championship. What are we going to see of Ingebrigtsen? That is the big question. And that is why listening to what he says is like listening to somebody who says, well, I haven't really checked whether it's a boy or a girl, but I think it's a human being. We know it's going to be a human being, but some of us are curious what gender, if at all we are into that gender revelation. So we don't know what medal this guy is talking about when it comes to World Championship. He says that I think every approach is going to be different in every race, which is true. At the same time, usually the same athletes I've been facing over the last 5 years and 6 years. This is the confidence he has when he's speaking maybe from an air-conditioned environment. I'm not dismissing these guys' chances to medal. If he goes through the rounds, he has always a chance to medal because we know Jakob can deliver on big stage. The worst he did in last year Olympics was 4th place in the 1500. And the time he ran was not bad, but he just got beat to 4th place by what you know who. From who to who, okay? He's saying the right things right now. We really don't know what kind of a body we're going to see in Tokyo. What kind of Jakob Ingebrigtsen we're going to see in Tokyo. We have no idea. The composition of his familiarity with the Josh Kerr that beat him last year sounds okay. I think he's forgetting that there's new entities in the 1500. We have the young upcoming star from Kenya, Fanuel Koech. I don't think he's seen him. I don't think he even knows that there's a Dutch that is a threat. I'm declaring that the Dutch, Laros Niles, is a threat in the 1500 meters. Jakob needs to pay attention to that guy because that guy is out to win this year. We still have other players in this. We even have Koech, who won the national championship here in America. This guy is hungry. This guy feels like he hasn't found a space in the big stage. And when he won the national championship here, we haven't heard from him either. These are dangerous 1500 meters runners. Yes, Jakob, you might know these guys, the Josh Kerr. You might know even Cole Hooker, who beat you last time in the Olympics. You might know, but you really don't know. Let's just leave it at that. But again, it's Jakob Ingebrigtsen. He speaks well. And I suspect he might even defend what he's saying because that's how good he is. When he came on stage, he has showed us that he can perform at the highest level with anybody right between the lines. So, what am I saying so far? It's good to see him, but I tell you what, he has some work to do. Come the first round of 1500 meters, and I don't know whether he's doing the 5K, even thought he might do the 3000 steeplechase. This is a very, very special athlete, but he's dealing with a special year that has really plagued his races, his career. Let's just not repeat what we just said here, that it's been a tough season for Jakob. I hope we see him in the starting lineup. I hope nothing else become a distraction because there's some questions that might get into his head when it comes to journalists. But for me, he's saying the right things. We hope to see the right person. And by the way, we got 5 days before the bell is being rung in Tokyo. Yes, Jakob Ingebrigtsen. And I say this, he's saying a lot on this article I'm reading here, but it's not worth it for me. He has to say it. He has to convince us that he's in good shape. He has to convince us he's ready to compete. We hope to see that. But Tokyo will be the toughest test for Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Will you see him in the final? I'm not ready to declare that yet because when I talk about finals, I have to talk about the competition is deep in 1500 meters, guys. So let's talk about that later in another episode of Tukoriada Investigating and trying to see what is up in Oslo, Norway with Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Talk to you later, my friend, because It's always beautiful chatting with you on this episode of Tu Koreada. Later.